Alice Siu. Ella es directora asociada del Centro de Democracia Deliberativa de Stanford. Vamos a escuchar a continuación lo que ella nos comenta respecto de la importancia de tener estas instancias de participación, de lo relevante que pueden ser para la democracia, justamente buscando tener una incidencia a partir del debate ciudadano, de la deliberación que veremos a partir de los próximos instantes.
It's a pleasure to talk about these important questions with everyone. The first of which about challenges that democracy faces worldwide. If you have been looking and paying attention to news from different parts of the world, you will see that in different parts of the world, democracy is failing. And what does that mean? In some places in the world, democracy is failing because elections aren't treated as fair, or in other parts, democracy is failing because people don't participate, and media are discredited. But in all of this, what is most important with democracy is having the people's voice heard. And what we are trying to do with deliberative democracy is a way to give average citizens, everyday people, the opportunity to talk amongst each other about important policy issues that will affect their lives, their everyday lives. And deliberative democracy is asking normal everyday citizens to take some time out of their everyday lives to really focus in depth about key policy issues together and talk amongst each other, to talk about the pros and the cons, the good and the bad, to determine what issues their policymakers and their governments should decide on. More in particular, in this important project that we'll be doing in Chile, a national deliberative poll in 2021. The deliberative polling method allows for a national representative sample of the country of Chile to be together virtually and to talk about some very important issues, including pensions, and that these issues that are very critical for our everyday lives. And with different proposals that are going to be put in front of everyone, they can talk about the good and the bad. And the importance here is we don't have to reach some kind of agreement or a decision, but rather really listening to the reasoning and people's opinions and why they believe one thing or another. Because oftentimes in democracy, we don't have to always come to consensus. We can agree and we can disagree sometimes. But what's important in democracy is being able to listen to each other and understand that behind every opinion that person has reasons and has lived a life with many stories. And this is a time for us to listen to everyone's stories. And this is why it's so important for this project in Chile, especially given the many different things that have happened in the last year in Chile. So all of these social and political changes and uprisings that have happened not only in Chile but around the world, it's so much more important to understand that deliberative democracy, more specifically deliberative polling, will give everyone a chance to voice their own opinions and inform opinions based on balanced information and listening to one another.